Here we go, Kennedy Maciel taking on Joao Bisnaga Mendes.
Immediate shoot to guard pull for Mendes. Maciel has adopted the nickname Cobrinha Jr. since he was a young competitor. His father, of course, Rubens Charles.
What a great year Kennedy's had, too. 1 gold at the Europeans, 1 gold at the Pans, also won at the Brasileiro. Didn't get the results he wanted at the World Championships. But nonetheless, 3 major championship gold medals in 2024. Kennedy's had an incredible year. He's looking to carry that momentum into the crown.
Kennedy with a little bit of movement to force open the guard of Joao Mendes just momentarily. This is something that Mendes does pretty consistently as well, as his double sleeve guard, feet over the top. Sort of like a loose lasso.
Trying to go for triangle and omoplata. Kennedy wise to it. Kennedy and Joao have faced off multiple times in IBJJF competition. Kennedy was able to come out with the win in all their previous matches so far, but got a chance to talk to Andre Galvao yesterday, Joao Bisnaga's coach. Just talked about how technical he is, how much improvement he makes in the academy on a day-to-day basis. How he's always bringing a new game to competition.
Joao with a bit of a smile on his face as he shot up that shallow option, possibly looking for a triangle. He's dipping back and forth as well, Danny, between this high, shallow lasso to that right De La Hiva.
Joao playing these double sleeve grips, really, really good for control, using the lassos. Difficult position to pass, Jake, I would say, the double sleeve control.
Yeah, very much so. In the shallow lasso, you can't really approach it the same way as a traditional lasso. When you have the traditional lasso circling that hand out, very helpful option to escape this grip. But with the shallow lasso, you see Kennedy now trying to break that grip on the left side. Kennedy's looking to put pressure to force Joao to disengage the lasso and look for an opportunity possibly to pass quickly to one side or the other. Matches in the black belt adult divisions typically 10 minutes, so a lot of time to measure your opponent, set up traps, and something like a shallow lasso, you can keep those grips initiated for long periods of time, and it's very difficult for the top competitor to safely give explosive movement side to side, as you see Kennedy getting a little bit more busy.
Explosive grip break there, but Joao was able to get that grip back with his right hand, right back to the sleeve. Now Joao trying to sweep, comes up on top. That'll be 2 points for Joao Mendes.
And Joao immediately trying to put a little bit more pressure on Maciel.
Kennedy gets to the single leg X. Really strong sweeping position. Joao controlling his sleeve with his left hand.
And Joao seems to really be favoring this long step style pass from the single leg X, and now breaking free.
Gets an advantage for that pass attempt, Jake. It's a really strong start to this match by Joao Mendes.
And now we'll see the difference in how Kennedy Maciel approaches this sleeved guard position.
Kennedy playing the collar sleeve right now. A lot of times we see Kennedy control the pant grip or the ankle and try to create off balances where he can come up on a single leg. See if he tries to do that same thing here against Joao Mendes. Right now he's opting for the cross collar and sleeve grips.
Yeah, that single leg option, something Kennedy has used to great success for some of his big tournament victories. But look at Joao Mendes really putting the pressure. And in terms of the time spent on top for each athlete, I would say that Joao has had a lot more activity, a lot more freedom to move around, perhaps, than what Kennedy was given with the Joao's guard.
Joao was using the double sleeve control with the lasso. Kennedy using a little bit different grips. Now it looks like he's trying to set up that single leg. Very, very good at this position, especially when he can pass that sleeve underneath his opponent's leg and make that grip. Here comes Kennedy up on the single. 2 points, Kennedy Maciel.
Oh, and right into the double under.
Kennedy trying to elevate the hips to Joao Mendes. Kennedy really good at stack passing and also setting up back attacks off these stack passes.
I feel like we've seen a lot of competitors shift to that sort of style here in the last couple of years as well, where that stack pass is really not even used primarily for the pass, maybe as sort of a traditional sense. It's more to expose the back and look for that back take. In the corner of Mendes here on the side. Also, Gustavo Braquinha, Batista.
Kennedy breaks the grip aggressively. Now he's starting to move. Kennedy in a much better position now. Deep underhook on that leg. They'll go back to the center of the mat.
Relatively close on the score thus far. Sweep for Joao Mendes and a takedown for Kennedy Maciel, though Mendes scored that advantage earlier in the match. Oh, look at
Kennedy now changing sides. Very close match thus far between Kennedy Maciel and Joao Mendes. Kennedy on that cross pant grip now. Something we haven't seen him utilize thus far in the match, Jake.
Yeah, get a little more creative as the clock continues to wind. So 2 points each, one advantage for Joao. And a penalty for each competitor.
Joao Mendes coming up now. 2 more points for the Atos featherweight.
Yeah, but this is, again, a good opportunity for Kennedy in a position that he does score well from. Kennedy momentarily trying to go down for a footlock.
Joao in such a great spot in this match. Not only up by the 2 points, but also has an advantage on Kennedy Maciel.
Now Kennedy gonna force Mendes out of bounds. It's gonna give him 2 points, still down by an advantage though with 38 seconds left. So we're gonna need, if you're Kennedy Maciel in his corner, you're gonna need some way to make back that advantage here in the next 38 seconds. He's definitely got the firepower to make something like that happen. Tough last situation for the blue gi here.
33 seconds left. This is the featherweight quarterfinal at the Crown. Joao Mendes leading Kennedy Maciel by just 1 advantage after Kennedy got those 2 points.
Kennedy's gonna look for one last opportunity.
Good position here for Kennedy.
13 seconds.
See if Kennedy can make it happen. 7 seconds. Kennedy comes up. Joao on the footlock.
That'll actually be an advantage.
That is going to do it. And Joao Mendes takes the win over Kennedy Maciel here at the Crown.
And you can see how big of a victory that was for him, right? You can see the emotion on him that was. I mean, I don't think it's a stretch to say that that's a bit of an upset here in the first round of the Crown.
Over on mat 1, Diego Pato gets the win over Osvaldo Queixinho Moizinho. He'll move on. And so will Joao Mendes, getting the win over Kennedy Maciel. We're going to toss to a quick break. We will be back with more action from the IBJJF Crown presented by Flowground.